Welcome to Broom Talk, the podcast where witches, healers, mystic, and magic makers gather to share their journeys, their tools, and their truth. I'm Priestess, Mellisa of Enchanted Dragonfly, your host, inviting you to take a seat at the broom circle because the magic is in the stories we tell. So let's stir the cauldron and speak the spell. So I have a special guest with me today. Just tell us your name and your business name.
Sure. My name is Cherie Dumas, and I am the owner of Dumas Reiki and Wellness.
Ooh, and what do you do?
I am a Reiki practitioner. I practice Usui Reiki and Shamanic Reiki. I also offer ear coning and cacao ceremonies.
And I took your cacao ceremony. It was very wonderful. Such a spiritual experience. I recommend it. Absolutely. And where are you located?
Right in Attleboro, right in downtown Attleboro, out of VV Alchemy.
Awesome. And how did you start doing what you do?
My Reiki journey started very long time ago. I was exposed by a friend, and about 3 years ago, I took the plunge and took my first Reiki attunement class, and it's been rolling ever since.
Awesome, awesome. I'd love to hear that. And what type of a practitioner would you say you are?
Very hands-on, intuitive. I love using aromatherapy, sound. I like to incorporate everything in a session and really customize it to the client's needs.
Yes, absolutely. Get that, absolutely. And what is your spiritual origin story or awakening moment?
It actually started probably around the 3-year mark. Right before I took my attunement, I had my full Reiki session with a friend of mine, and during that session, it kind of, the universe almost like smacked me in the back of the head and said, this is what you need to do. So.
Nice. And what is your daily spiritual or magical practice like?
So every morning in the shower, I have like a little ritual where I just ask the water to wash away anything that doesn't serve me anymore, send it back to the earth to be transmuted into healing positive energy for whoever needs it. And just little things like that throughout the day when you feel like you just need to release something. Mm-hmm. It's either, just walking by going, okay, we're good. We take a deep breath. We let everything out that it's just not serving us at this point. And we always have to bring in the light back in once you release.
It's wonderful. I love that. Nice. What or who inspires your path the most?
I have to say it was a dear friend, Bonita, who passed away. She was my first experience in Reiki, also a yoga teacher, and she actually still is by my side and was there my first attunement. I just felt her presence and that love of she was there and the affirmation of, yes, this is what you need to do. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. What was your biggest challenge you faced on your journey and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge, and it's still a challenge, is the self-doubt. And it just remember that with Reiki, you can never do anything wrong. You're not going to hurt anybody. It's not, you can't do it wrong. There's not like A, B, C, and D. It's how you feel at that point that person needs from you. And it's still a work in progress. Mm-hmm. But I think as of right now, I've gotten better with taking on more clients and doing the cacao ceremonies and sharing that love. Mm-hmm. Helps a lot.
Absolutely. And it's important what you said about every person being different, and you have to go with that flow of that individual person. So, and it's true, it's not wrong. You're going with how they feel and what they need and how it's going through you and how it's just the flow and the vibration, that rhythm is so wonderful. What tools or methods or spirit guides do you work with?
I work with my ancient ancestors, spirit guides, angels, I call upon them, anyone who is there to help at that point. And it's not the same people or spirit animals that show up. It's what I need and what that client needs at that time. Sometimes when working on a client, will hear a name, and it's almost like I'm compelled, like, to tell them this name, and I wait to the end of the session and ask them if that name sounds familiar or resonates with them somehow. And it may not be just for them; it could be for myself, and not realizing it. So that's how I'm slowly getting, I keep using the word attuned, but to being able to recognize my spirit guides that are showing up and saying, "Hi, we're here. Don't worry about it. We've got you."
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. And you have to almost remind yourself to be open, because I feel like as a general society, we get defensive and kind of close us off. So you have to keep that mind mental to be open to it.
And sometimes it's scary. Yeah. Because if you're not used to it, or like you said, you've been told, "Oh, no, this is wrong, this is wrong," your whole life, and all of a sudden, this little feeling or a voice that says, "No, it's okay, we're here," and it's comforting a lot of times too.
It is, and it's nice to have that support to encourage you to keep going. You're doing okay. You're doing the right thing. Yep, nope, you didn't do that wrong. Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you stay energetically protected and grounded?
Oh, that's a good one. I use a lot of Palo Santo. That's an every morning ritual before heading out to my 9 to 5. And if I know I need serious grounding, I have to be by the water. It has to be salt water, and I either have to have my feet in it or just sit by it and just be. And that's my biggest thing. Some people love the forest and being by the grass. I am a water girl. I've always have been, and now I know why.
Do you have a water sign in your free sign?
I don't know. I was born in August, so I know I'm a Leo, and I think I looked up, I have a water sign in a moon.
Okay. So we got rising moon and sun, which is ascending, rising, and signs.
Yeah, so I haven't really looked into that yet, but I think there's one in there.
It might be one in there. It might be why you're so drawn to the water, or it could have something to do with just how you are drawn to the way it flows, because you're a Reiki practitioner and your cacao ceremonies, and so everything is very flowing. So that'd be cool. What is one common misconception about your craft or your work?
So the biggest thing is that it's a religion, and it's a religious practice and a cult, and all those fun words. And yes, Reiki is spiritual in nature, but it's not a religious. You don't have to be Reiki, or like if you were Christian or Jewish, anybody can have it done. Anybody can receive Reiki. It's just the energetic flow, and it's spiritual for each and every person, and it's different for that spirituality. And I think that's where we disconnect, is religious ideas and spirituality ideas.
Yes. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
I can totally understand that. Yeah, absolutely. What sacred self-care practices keep you alive?
My nightly meditations. I use a wonderful app, and I choose either a meditation with a sound bath, or my favorite lately has been bedtime stories with underlying sound beats, binaural beats, stuff like that. And it just helps quiet the mind, and then this way I can rest and be ready for the next day and anything that they want to show me at night, which is great.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Yes, absolutely. what does success look like to you as a spiritual business owner?
Providing the help that I want to do, and getting the word out about Reiki and about cacao, how beneficial it is for everyone. And when we use Eastern and Western medicine together, that as a whole keeps the circle going, and that, for me, I believe, is the best medicine out there.
Yeah, I totally agree. Do you follow the moon, astrology, or seasonal cycles in your work?
I do a lot of moon work. I have my moon water, which I use for my cacao. And I've learned different ways, like the supermoon, which is extremely potent, but also doing moon water, and there's been a thunderstorm at the same time.
Ooh.
I think that equals just as good or even better than a supermoon. Yeah. And I've always followed the moon path, and it's just because of the work I've done in the past. Say as a layman, you always notice behavioral changes in the moon cycle, and so I'm a firm believer in that, and I keep an eye on that now even more so. So it's really cool.
If you can get your hands on some blizzard storm snow during a full moon, and then let it melt later.
Oh my goodness!
A nice storm, powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. What is something you wish more people knew about your energy work?
I think the basic concept of I'm not going to heal you. I am there to help you heal yourself and be the conduit for the universal energy to help you, and that you're not going to walk out feeling 100% better and this is wonderful. It's a miraculous recovery. It's a work, and it works in very, very specific ways for you. And I've had clients walk out feeling, oh my God, I just feel the big release, great. And others like, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
And it's, those are the ones you have to really educate on. It's okay, you may feel something tonight. Your dreams might show you something that you need to know, or you may feel it in a couple of days. So that's the biggest.
I can see that. Yeah. It's not an instantaneous miracle worker.
Right.
And a lot of people, I feel like, they don't want to put in the work of the energy to heal themselves, or they don't know how to do it, and they expect immediate results when they go to get a session or a treatment or some kind of ritual work, and it doesn't work that way.
And it's just the society that we grew up in. If we don't feel it instantaneous, then it doesn't work.
That's the thing. We are with technology, especially. Right now we are 2025 and expecting immediate results, instantaneous, instant gratification, and I think we all need to just take a step back, take a breath. If you could give one piece of advice to someone just starting their path, what would it be?
Choose your own path. Reiki, especially Reiki, is your own journey. It's not set in stone what you have to do. I'm a Reiki Master. I did it very quickly, but that's how my journey opened up for me. I know many Reiki practitioners that are level 1, level 2, and they've been like that for years, and they're happy. That's what works for them. So you find your own way, and it's okay. Ask for help. This is a beautiful tribe we have, and there's so many of us all over the world that are willing to share and educate you and help you along your way. So it's your journey, 100%.
Absolutely. Good advice. Yes. What magic are you currently brewing? New offerings, ideas, collaborations, something you want to share? I understand sometimes we keep them on the down low until we release, but if there's any kind of teasers you want to give?
Well, I am going to be doing a couple of markets where I'm going to offer Reiki outside, little mini sessions, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I have one in the Overlook at Mean Park in North Providence, and that's in September. I have one coming up in October.
Nice.
I think it's
going to be
the Enchanted Marketplace.
Yes, you better come see us.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
And right now, I am going to be booking for cacao ceremonies, and we'll do Reiki and air coning. So look for some more markets. I have one on my website as I come up.
Awesome. So I am going to post her website link along with this video, and you can check her out. And she's also on Facebook. She's got all this stuff on there, some great stuff. So now I have some fun questions.
Oh.
So I asked you earlier, you weren't sure about this, but what is your sun, moon, and rising sign? So your sun would be your sign you were born into.
So I was born into a Leo.
Okay.
Lots of fire in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Passionate people.
Yes. I believe I have an Aquarius in there. Like I said, we kind of dabbled in it a little bit, and then I should write things down.
What am I again?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not 100%, but if you guys want to figure it out and let me know, I'm all for that too.
Nice. I can run your chart.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite crystal, herb, or tool that you always work with?
So that's tough. I always have my selenite with me.
Mm-hmm.
That lives in everything I own. My work desk, my car.
Yes, it's good to have around.
Also, lately I've been using a lot of amethyst. Been drawn to that. It's funny because it changes. It really does, and it's almost like a daily, like what calls to me to use. So it's really kind of cool, and it just helps grow the crystal collection.
Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes it changes because the flows, so whatever flow you're on at the moment you'll be drawn to, but it sounds like maybe selenite is like your grounding tool that you go to. What is your favorite, what's your magical nickname or archetype that you resonate with most?
Well, I'm a bunny mom, so you notice when you see my logo, it's paying homage to my children. So bunnies, lately a lot of foxes have been popping up too.
Nice.
So again, I'm just open to see what comes, and it's but it's always been bunnies for many, many, many years. But
So love that.
those are my children.
They're so cute. I love bunnies. So tea or tincture?
Tea.
Tarot or runes?
Ooh, tarot.
Cauldron or candle?
Candle.
If your spirit guide had a voice, what would it sound like?
Oh, it's so funny. Never thought of that, but it's an older gentleman with a light Irish accent.
Interesting. What is an ancestor?
I don't know, because I'm French and Polish, so I'm like, I mean, it's that old Irish, that almost like, what's coming to me right now is like a druid.
Okay.
Like that type of, heavy Old English, Irish mix. And
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, well, these are all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just want to thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. This has been so much
Being
fun.
here. I love it.
My very first podcast, so I'm very excited.
Mine too. I love it. So come check her out, and I'm going to post her website on the description of this video, and she will be at our Enchanted Market in October at Mumford Hall in Whitinsville, and come check us out at Enchanted Dragonfly at 99 Church Street in Whitinsville, Mass. another cacao ceremony here as well. Maybe in September sometime. Yeah, so
That sounds great.
Come check us out. Can't wait to see you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.